Let's start the episode.
No, I'm just saying, I have not changed anything in my setup between last week and today, and it's the exact same level I record it every week, so I don't know how to explain.
Open? I got by a rope.
And is the bottom of my mic look okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a straight line.
Yeah, looks okay. Thank you for showing me your mic butt.
You're gonna strangle Sam? What's the rope for?
You won't see me next week. That's what it's for.
Jesus Christ. Okay. We gotta. Why does it? Okay,
I didn't even go to like the darkest. I went to just murdering Sam.
Yeah, that's what I would use to
Not
murder
even
Sam.
hot.
A rope.
Is this?
I just beat him to death with a rope.
Is this? This looks about right. You know what? I'm gonna go up just a little bit more. Hello.
Can we put this in the episode? I don't even know.
Hello. Okay, we ready?
Like, okay. I am upset. I am very upset. Well, first of all, Sara Dietschy's on the show. Yay! That's not what I'm upset about. Yay!
You don't sound very excited that Sara Dietschy's here.
I love Sara. She's on the show.
So this is this number 4?
3, I think.
No, it might be 4.
I think it might be 4.
3.
I think you're just forgetting that VR episode. I think you just blocked that out of your brain.
That was the last time we were all together. Was in VR.
That was quite the trip. I am fact checking right now. Sara has been on the show a total. Oh my gosh, I was wrong. It has been.
We know that you were wrong.
Hey everybody, I'm wrong.
Imagine that.
That's never happened before.
So yeah, Sarah's back on the show. The third co-host of the show unofficially.
Mm-hmm.
True.
I am very upset, people. I don't know, Sara. I don't know if you've seen the news. I know Sam has seen it. Mark Gurman came out with a story today with a report saying that Apple is finally actually going to allow something that we have discussed in length before on the show. Never thought was going to happen. Yeah. Apple is going to allow sideloading on the iPhone along with third-party app stores. Now, this is going to start in the EU, I guess, but we'll, just with everything else, we'll filter into the US. And I am upset. This is stupid. This is really stupid. I do not like it.
All right, let the viewers know how more choice and more open access to your phone that you own is stupid.
No,
Prosser, you're up.
You fucking listen to me. All right? Here's the issue.
That's what I'm doing. That's what I do every week.
Here's the issue. The issue is not that it's happening. Like, I'm okay
under regulation.
Yes, I'm okay with sideloading. If Apple was just like, "Hey, you can sideload now, have third-party app stores," fucking great. But I am not a fan. This is the second time now that the EU has bullied Apple into changing core principles, and I don't think that's okay at all. Like, if the government wants to step in because a company gets so big that it starts buying and acquiring competition, that's a problem. Government should step in. Fine. But these limitations were there when Apple launched. This was always Apple. So if the company becomes so successful, it's lame for the government to just go in and go, actually, nah, we don't like it like that. We're going to change the way you do things. The iPhone launched with limitations. It's not like they got successful and then started applying limitations on users. It is the limits that make it the iPhone. It's like that theory of how much can you take away from the boat before it's not the boat anymore? This is fucking goofy and lame, and I hate it. I hate this because this is the second time. USB-C was the first time. Again, it's not like the iPhone launched with the USB-C cable. It launched with the weird-ass 30-pin connector. And then we got Lightning. It's not like they started, like it launched with the USB, and then they were like, actually, we're popular now, fuck you, proprietary cord. That's not what happened. It has always been this way. And for a government to come in and do this for the second time, once we start doing this and allowing this, they're going to keep doing it until it's not Apple anymore. Okay, the floor is yours. I'm upset. I'm very upset. This is stupid.
Drake, I'm upset.
Are you upset, Sara? Sam, hit the sound effect that goes... Thank you.
So this is one of those things that so many people have been so upset about for so long and have wanted it for so long. I've never really had an opinion because I'm kind of on your same wavelength. I think a lot of those things is what makes an iPhone an iPhone. you can say that like, oh, it's over exaggerated, the security of it and blah, blah, blah. But I do think it's what makes truly an iPhone. And also, once the government starts telling you things about what a private company can do outside of like antitrust monopoly things, of like buying other big companies and those things, I'm not the biggest fan of. So I'm kind of with you, John. I'm just not as angry. So this isn't like the.
Well, I'm also angry that my face is so shiny. I took a shower like an hour ago, and it's not oily. It's just so squeaky clean that it's shiny and it looks terrible on the episode. So good thing people are listening to this and not watching it. No one watches it, right?
Are you okay?
No, I'm upset. I'm upset, Sam. I spent hours before this podcast writing the video for tomorrow, the Front Page Tech episode, and I got more and more angry as I was writing it. So I came in here hot. I apologize, but this is the way it is.
The EU just, I feel like when they're worried about this, it's like, are there not other things to worry about? But I'm not sure. Like, I don't know. I'm probably not. I think Sam has something to say. Let's let him talk. Because I don't have many things to say.
No, I don't want to. If Sam talks, I'm going to be more angry. So let's just not let him talk. Okay. Oh, he muted it. Okay, perfect. He's muted.
Okay, so move on to the next subject.
Yeah, go ahead, Sam. The floor is yours.
Yeah, I've been real quiet.
I will mute myself, and so even if I get angry and yell, you won't hear me.
This is one of those stories. First of all, John, I'm not. I don't argue with you anymore. So I've made this conscious decision
because I'm always right. Okay,
I want to be your bro. We argue too much, and I'm just gonna say okay. I'm just gonna say okay. John wants the iPhone to never change. That's okay. He wants it to stay the same forever.
No one said that it can't change.
He doesn't want the government to change it for them.
There's so many ways for the iPhone to change.
I'm being a little bit facetious.
Why is sideloading the only option? Why is sideloading forced by the EU the only option?
Here's my perspective, right? Apple looks like a fool right now. With the waiting to the last second with them being pushed.
Good joke.
They then switch to USB-C when it's regulated. Instead of coming with a creative way to implement sideloading that focused on their principles and to put apps on the iPhone, they wait till the last second until they're absolutely forced to. And it's just like, you guys could have had the control if you had more. They've done a good job listening to people lately. I want to give them credit, right? Like the MacBook Pros are evidence of that. Even the recent iPhones, I feel like they've like actually listened, and I appreciate that. But there's these other things where I'm like, y'all are just silly for this. How did you, one, being Apple, not have the foresight that this was coming? Number two, how did you not have a better plan for when it does? Number three, if you're Apple, just build something better and show the government that what they're doing isn't a good idea. But they haven't done any of these things. What Apple has done is nothing to address these things. They have done nothing. Okay? He's, for the audio listeners, because John's probably, the audio listeners, he's just muted himself and he's just losing his marbles right now. He like poured water on himself. He took a second shower.
Someone go
his
to
forehead's
his house
just
and
getting
make sure he's
increasingly
okay.
shinier.
Yeah.
So that's my perspective. Now, I want to counter this by saying I definitely agree that a government changing what a company does can be problematic. I also don't think that what the EU is asking Apple is entirely unreasonable. They're not asking Apple to make less money. They're not asking Apple.
I will say this is more of a fundamental change than USB-C. I totally like the USB-C thing.
I agree.
Like this is actually like a change on how iPhone functions. And like honestly, iPhone and Apple in general. Apple has never been about being open. They've always been the closed system.
Yeah. But and while there is some value there, I think even casual users are looking for, you can just unmute yourself. What you have to record tonight? What are you doing? You have to record a video tonight. What are you doing? You didn't think through this, did you? You didn't think through that you're about to be in front of an actual camera in front of people.
He did.
What?
He did the eyebrow the wrong way.
He's drawing X's on his forehead.
No, I think he did the angry. No,
don't do that one. Don't do that one. No, that one's dangerous. Kanye, stop. Are you good? He doesn't even have a response. It's sad. Like that's why he's been so
I'm
quiet. He
so
doesn't have anything to
angry.
say.
God, is that a real Sharpie?
Listen, I'm not gonna predict doom and gloom.
Now
Let
I'm
me just say one more
concerned.
thing, and then I'll let both of
Okay.
you respond because I kind of took the floor for quite
I
a minute.
messed up my eyebrow.
I am not gonna predict doom and gloom
Messed up
until I
anyway.
see it, and I think the way that Apple's going to handle this is not just going to be like, it's opened up now, everybody hop on in, F the App Store. I think it's going to be still incredibly locked down. I think it's going to be done in an Apple way. And I think this is the chance to maybe get new features on the iPhone and new things on the iPhone that
So
we
I have
haven't
a
been able to
question.
see. That's all
I have a
to say.
question.
Yeah.
Because I saw someone today, a developer, say that this is a mess for developers and that they're going to have to worry about way more stuff now and the attention's going to be divided. So what do you think about this in terms of the developer's point of view?
I think it's terrible. Okay, one of the main reasons why developers develop, especially in the early days of any company that are developing an app, they typically go for iPhone first because there's less confusion with when you develop for Android. There's so many things you have to support: screen sizes, different versions of Android, different devices. If you develop for the iOS App Store, you're just developing for iOS. You're developing for iPhones. That's it. And that's why developers typically go for that first and then expand to Android. This makes it Android. I'm upsetty spaghetti about this. Now I look like this for the next hour and a half. Look what you did. Look what you did, EU. Are you going to regulate this too? You bitch.
You cannot say that about the EU.
Why
No,
not?
I mean, you could
You
say
can't
that
call the EU
about any of
the
our
B word.
government establishments. They're
You can't
all
call
on the
them
way
B
out.
word. They're all we taking over.
Yeah.
This is a
Trust
coup.
in institutions are at all-time lows. I say we all take over the EU. Us, the podcast.
Yeah.
The podcast.
Genius Bar.
Just the three of us?
Just,
Wait, you said
just the
us.
three of us.
So are you
You know,
officially the co-host?
I'm a part of
Is
it
this
now.
you jumping on board?
This is me jumping on board. I'm trying
She's
to find
officially
a
the
stupid
co-host
tweet.
that just has a once in 3 months contract.
Yes.
Will you move
I'll
to
do once
LA
a
with
quarter.
us and host the podcast with us in LA?
I think once a quarter is something I can agree to.
Like move to LA once a quarter?
Wait, LA?
Yeah.
Are
Sam
you
wants
guys-
to move to LA and have
No,
like
no,
a
it's-
Team
it's
10
not a-
house, but just for tech stuff.
I am moving.
It's
to
like
LA.
it's like Team Zero.
Hey, hold on. Okay, John,
made up
can
my-
I
made up
make
mine.
you find the clip where I was actually encouraging Sam
Yes.
to move to LA?
Yeah, no, that's true.
Yes,
I remember
actually, we'll put that in right here.
You do not need more responsibility. And I think what LA for you, I think you're in the phase of your life or career where you should not be worrying about saving on taxes right now. I think that will come later. Maybe that comes in 3 or 4 years. But I think, I'm not saying you don't make money. I know you make money, but
No,
I'm just saying, I think the benefit you can get from being around more YouTubers and more like-minded individuals and being closer to maybe events, I think is going to benefit you more in the time of your life. And maybe later 20s, you can focus on maybe moving back home or moving to somewhere like a Texas or something.
I realize Austin's too small. And there's not enough
My
creators there.
balls are so wet, dude. I dumped the water and it's like straight in my pants now. Listen,
you like
this is just how my life
he
is right
comes-
now. It's like a
this is what
swamp.
happens. Sorry, let me just clarify what's going
And
on.
it's grape water, so my balls are really confused right now.
No.
Every week after the show, Sarah, he breaks down, he gets in tears, and he says, "I don't think I'm ever going to find love."
That's
and then
what I say.
in front of the only woman that's ever
That's
been
what
on
I
the
say.
show, he's like, "My balls grape.
Bro, she's
My
married.
balls grape."
She's
How is
married
that,
and
by
she's
the
like
way?
our
I'm
Genius Bar
officially
sister.
married.
We can
How's
say
the-
whatever we want.
Debatable.
Is she not is she not our sister at this point?
So you're saying if he acts like this in front of me, how is he acting around other women? That's what
Yes.
you're saying. Yes,
That's
yes,
what I'm
yes,
saying.
yes. Well,
Bro,
hey, if anyone ever needs advice, I am here.
Bro, do I look like I need advice?
Yes.
You need a lot more than
I am
that,
a
brother.
fucking
You need a
stud
lot
right now,
more than
bro.
advice. Sarah, how is the married life? I wanted to ask you. Looked like a beautiful wedding.
Yeah. Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, I'm glad that we did it the way we did. We were engaged February 2020, right before the pandemic, so it was terrible timing. And obviously we delayed it for a little bit, and we kept trying to like, well, do we just have a normal wedding in Texas now that we're in Texas? Because the moment I got engaged, we instantly started looking at like New York City rooftops, and like we started it pretty quickly. And so nothing could really compare to like New York City rooftop, right? And so we kind of were just dragging our feet. And then I started watching this YouTube channel called How to Renovate a Chateau. And Philip and Anna, they live in the Normandy region of France. And I was like, okay, it's not winter yet. And I wonder if they have any availabilities. And I wonder if they will let me have a very small wedding there. And I emailed them, and Philip was like, oh yeah, I've watched your YouTube videos before. He's like, we've never had a wedding, but if it's small, I'm sure we can do it. And so in a month, I plan a wedding. And another YouTuber came in clutch. Their ex-boyfriend, who lives in France, basically planned our entire wedding. Just finding that one person who spoke French, who could organize the food and everything, because, you know, the French are wonderful people, but you need to speak their language, you know.
Yeah.
I don't want to say they're pretentious, but they're particular. So
Did you
it all
say
came
your
together.
ex-boyfriend planned your wedding?
No, a YouTuber
I was like,
friend.
that's crazy,
No,
bro.
no. So I was. No. So I needed to find someone who spoke French, and I emailed so many people, and everyone, like all the wedding planners in France, were like, "Oh, you're insane! I can't plan." And I'm like, "No, it's super simple. It's only 8 people. We just need a dinner and some flowers, and we're gonna have it outdoors in a chateau. I took care of the chateau. That's the hardest part. The venue is the hardest part." No, everyone thought we were crazy. And that's when I was like, I have to find someone, like a friend of a friend, to do this, who understands that YouTubers are crazy and plan weddings in a month, and it's not that big of a deal. And so a YouTuber friend, their ex-boyfriend in France, I was connected to him. And he works in the hotel industry, and so he lived in Paris, and he helped organize it. So it all came together, and it was super awesome.
Congrats,
and
Sara
Thank you.
Congratulations,
John Hill.
Wait,
John Hill.
That's his name.
Are you still a Dietschy?
I'm still a Dietschy. Yeah, I'm not going to
Are you
worry about
keeping it
that
that way?
until kiddos. Yeah.
Are you gonna hyphenate?
No hyphenation.
Not a Dietschy on a hill?
Not a Dietschy on a hill.
No.
Not a hill on a Dietschy.
Yeah, we'll worry about that later.
What do you guys think about couples that combine their last names? Like if
What
it
is-
was
like
Hichi
a hyphen? Oh
or
I think
Hillichi.
no!
Oh,
you know what?
that's interesting.
You know what fucking tickles my butthole in a bad way?
Bro, what is wrong with you?
This podcast is
wait,
going to get
what's the
canceled.
good way your ass gets tickled?
You know.
What?
Anyway,
Oh
the
my
bad
God,
way.
I'm so sorry.
I hate when couples come up with like a fucking hashtag and combine their names.
The internet did that
I can't
for-
stand
for
that
us,
shit.
though.
You losers. You absolute
With
losers.
Jera. Hashtag Jera.
Wait, is that a real thing?
Yeah, but the internet did it. So we didn't do it ourselves.
Okay, you're not a loser. The internet is always a loser though. So
Yeah.
Jera.
Jera.
So hold on.
Hashtag-
Now that we're
hashtag-
taking
Team
now that we're
Jera.
taking this detour,
fucking shoot
I need
me.
to know how everyone's love life is here.
Anyway, so sideloading
Hey
apps.
guys, just want to hop in. We're editing this later. Just a trigger warning for this section. It got dark really fast, and
Yeah.
we just want you guys to. Be,
Well, Sarah just opened up a real bad can of worms.
hey, John, you want to go first, buddy?
The viewers want to know. You know, they're invested.
Well, I
into you.
went from being engaged to not, which is fun. Would not recommend. Bad things happened. It was my choice. Bad things happened. Bad things that I can't talk about publicly. And here we are. So
How long ago was that?
applications are open.
I need to know how sensitive.
How
I
long
need to
ago? Sam, how long ago would you say?
be. Is it long enough where we
6
can
months?
joke about it? Oh God,
Oh,
no.
you could
Okay.
joke about it.
No,
Yeah,
I'm not going to
fucking
joke about it. 6
it,
months?
bro.
No. I'm so sorry to everyone involved.
No, joke about it.
Actually, my friend meter to John is John moves on from trauma pretty quick.
I
feel
am,
like.
dude. That is my last name. I'm Teen Trauma John.
Trauma John.
John, are you going to move to LA with Sam?
Sam is trying really hard. It's gone from a
trying,
definitely not to
Sarah.
a. Maybe.
There you go. Well,
Yeah.
it's interesting that you guys.
I have decided. Sam and I talked. All right, we said if we're 50 and still alone, we'll just get married.
I mean, you already bicker like an old.
That's what
couple,
I'm
so
saying.
yes.
We'll just fucking cut it off, get married, get all the benefits of being
Look at
married.
that smile. Look at Sam's smile.
That just really warms my heart when you talk about me like that in front of guests.
I know, dude. I only got
That's just
20
really
more
sweet.
years till. Wait.
20.
Yeah, and I'll be 50 in 20 years, dude.
You better
no,
get busy.
No.
So honestly, you listen. There's probably a bigger pool of creative ladies out in LA. You might have to make your way over there for a little bit.
That's
You're
what
telling
I'm
me,
saying, bro.
are you telling me that the tippy top options are not here in Arkansas? Is that what you're saying? Because
what
I
I'm
don't know if
saying.
you've seen the ladies here. All right.
I don't.
Oh, I
don't
have.
want to insult an entire state of women.
Oh, I
I mean, I did have a lady from here, and that went horribly wrong. So, would not recommend. Maybe LA is the next option, but LA's kind of spoopy too.
Yeah. LA has its own toxicity, so you just got to be careful.
Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
think it's good. You know, men are lucky because you guys have more time. Women, if you want kids, you don't have as much time. You got to figure it out quick. So you go to
I
LA
think
for 5 years.
This is what I think
not
is going to
worry
happen.
about it. Yeah.
I don't want kids. Don't want them.
Really?
I like my
Okay.
freedom, but when I look to future me, me dying on my deathbed.
Is this
And-
who you see with the Sharpie?
Yeah.
Future you.
Future me, I'm on my deathbed, assuming that I didn't die suddenly and horribly. Right, if I know I'm dying, I'm going to horribly regret that I don't have like a legacy. Like I didn't make kids and leave them here. That sounds like I just dropped
Yeah.
kids off on the earth.
Well, not even for the legacy. You just want someone in the hospital taking care of you.
No,
you just
fuck
want
that.
someone there to say, "Hi, how are you?"
Sarah,
That'll
be
be
me.
Sam.
That'll be me.
Sam's young enough; he'll take care
I'll
of
be
me.
wiping John's ass as he goes on his final chemo treatment.
So yeah, I'll be sad that I didn't leave kids here. So I think what's going to happen is, Sarah, you're right. I'm going to live my life, and at like 74, pew pew. I'm gonna go crazy for like a month.
74, you're not going to have any pew pews left.
Oh, I'll save them. Yeah, I'm gonna go crazy for a month
Baby effect?
with multiple women, and just leave
Multiple?
leave a litter of kids here.
Did you say multiple?
Oh
I'm
yeah,
gonna pretend
74-year-old
like
me.
I
You think
didn't
I'm a stud
just hear
now,
that.
bro? You just
Okay,
wait.
Sam, what is your plan?
Like for LA or love or what?
Just for life. Are you going to be
Okay.
74, childless and alone?
Sarah, this
I
is a
don't
tech
know.
podcast. You're really opening this
few-
up deep.
I'm
we really
sorry.
went from side loading to like when I'm on my deathbed and I'm wiping John's ass.
I'm trying to sideload children, dude.
side loading these kids. Oh, okay. No, my love life. Let me just walk you through the past few months.
Oh no, Sarah, what have you done?
I guess I've never really told this story, but it's been long enough now to where I'm like 95% over it. Like I know in my heart, I'm not going to be that person that's like, I'm fine. Like I know that there's still a part of me that's like, oh, it still hurts a little. Long story short, reconnected with this girl from college. I was like, this is what I'm looking for. She's like, no way, that's what I'm looking for too right now. And I was like, sick. Let's do it. This is awesome. And then, I don't know, ran into a couple bumps on the road. And it's like a month and a half later. I'm like, hey, this is what I'm looking for right now. I don't know. You still feeling the vibe? She's like, yeah, 100%. Like I still want to put a label on anything. I'm like, totally cool. Don't need that. I just really enjoy spending time with you. And I this is fun. She's like, cool. And then just evolved to like, I can't walk to Whole Foods without crying over my boyfriend. And I was like, maybe we can't work through this.
Wait. Like she didn't. She
her
couldn't.
You made
Hold on,
it. You made
tell
it
a
sound like
story
you
for
were
real.
crying over your boyfriend.
Yeah.
No. She was like,
Hold on.
Man, I
She
can't go to
couldn't
Whole
even-
Foods without thinking about
she
John.
couldn't even
no,
go
like,
to Whole
maybe that
Foods
was too
without
personal.
you.
No, and I'm not making fun of it. Like,
Why
it
Whole
was-
Foods specifically?
Hold
Was
on,
that like your
hold on.
spot?
Hold on. The issue was that she couldn't even go to Whole Foods without you. Is that what the problem was?
No. Let me rephrase this. I explained this horribly.
Yes, you did.
I started talking to her 3 months out of a 3-year relationship. I
With
was
another person?
Fine. Yes, she was 3 months out of a 3-year relationship. And they're like, yeah, she just didn't heal properly. And my dumbass was like, it was one of those things. I'll be vulnerable. I was like, I beat myself up for a while. I'm like, why did I let my guard down? And then I was like, no, bro, I let my guard down because we said we wanted the same thing like 2 times. Bro, you can't zoom in on me like that when I'm.
You
said
you're being vulnerable.
I am, bro. But no, I was just like, yeah, it was one of those things where I hadn't connected anybody with anybody like this in like literal years, right? Mm-hmm. And it was just like all these like boxes in my head that I wanted to check. Like not all of them, but like the most I had in like dating over the past year. I was like, yo, there it is. Like it's right there in front of me. Like we share so many of the same values.
Wow.
This is awesome. Like I don't need this to be this boyfriend, girlfriend, lockdown, anything. Just like, let's see what happens. And then it just turned into, hey, let's just be friends.
She said that?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I was like,
so what was the crying to Whole Foods about?
Oh,
are you talking? Did you mean to say ex-boyfriend? Like she was crying about her ex?
Correct.
Why Whole Foods though specifically?
Because like he was parking on our street for a while.
God!
I didn't tell you the best part.
Okay,
Sarah,
you don't want that drama. You don't want that drama. You missed the best parts of the story.
Hey, it's editing, John here. Listen, we said some stuff. Had to edit the stuff out of the show because you can't say that stuff. And this is where the stuff used to be. Okay, back to the show.
But yeah, that's my love update. So like that definitely messed me up for a good 2-3 months. Like after it was a stupid situationship, and then hey, I learned so much from it.
Situationship.
You learn.
I've
you
never
live
heard
and learn.
that before.
Hey, whether it's making YouTube videos or romantic relationships, mistakes are ultimately just lessons learned, and it'll help you down the road. So
thank you, Mama Dietschy.
Yes,
Mama Dietschy.
Anytime,
Mama Dietschy. That sounds like
Sara Dietschy. Yeah, people in middle school they'd be like Sara Dietschy, Renzo Beachy. They wouldn't say Renzo Beachy, but they would say Sara Dietschy. Yeah.
Okay, so that's the love part of my life.
Okay.
The other part is I just feel like it's time to move. I've been born and raised in St. Louis. I've lived here my whole life. I mean, other than for college, like when I was in the middle of Illinois randomly. But I don't know. My last trip to LA, it just felt more right. And it's something that I got to do. It's something I know. Talk about things you'll regret. I know in 10 years, if I don't move next year, I'm going to look back and say, damn it, why didn't I move?
It's the time. In your 20s, you should be in places like New York, LA. Even
you should never go to New York. Fuck that place.
I would. Okay, I know you have a weird thing with New York, but I would even say
you mentioned getting married at the top of a building in New York.
Yeah?
I would jump off.
Oh my gosh, John. Hey, we
hate
need
that
to
place,
just have we need to have a chat after this. Okay, I need to hear off the record how things are going. Okay. Okay, I just discovered what the issue is with Sam's mic. I think he just has a really aggressive gate on it.
Wait, what do you mean?
Because when you were yelling, it got even quieter.
Before the podcast, I was the audio guy was trying to tell Sam that there was automatic gain control turned on in Windows.
Call yourself the audio guy.
And he said
gave
no.
You that title. You don't own that title. I can be the audio guy too. You can be the assistant to the audio guy, but you're not the audio guy.
Hey. Do you want to know a fun fact about the film industry? So you just said, the assistant to the audio guy. So for grips and gaffers, those are the electric and the rigging people. Mm-hmm. Apparently they have an assistant. Their like right-hand man is called Best Boy. And I mean, the film industry is very sexist, so there's not even a version of a girl. But I was like, oh my God, that's what I need in my life, a best boy. Because when I was reading it, it just sounds like that the assistant, the best boy, does all of the work. And then the lead gaffer just like tells them what to do.
They get to be in the credits.
Exactly. So I'm just going to be like, screw a personal assistant. I'm going to put out a job listing for best boy. People might take it wrong.
You
But-
might get some.
Yeah, I might get some. weird.
People might think a best boy is a little bit different. They might think there's a position for that OnlyFans.
Sam is my best boy.
Sam is your best boy.
Bro, no, I'm not. I'm my own best boy
You're the worst boy.
because that's all I have.
Okay, all right. So I'm sorry
kidding,
we got on the relationship tangent. I hope you
No,
guys-
it's fine. I was prepared for
wish-
that.
I wish you all
No, it's
the
no
best.
big deal. I didn't have like a great conversation with a girl at a bar this week, and she was like everything I was looking for again. And then she texted me back, and then things were going great. And then she's like, "Yeah, I'm moving downtown Chicago with my boyfriend." And I was
Oh,
"Me too."
Well,
yeah,
hold
I'm
on.
also-
She was at the. Was she? What was? Hold on. Okay, listen.
Yeah, no, I.
Yeah,
I-
that-
Listen, hold on, guys. Okay, so I was always very focused on videos, and I met John at the age of like 22. So I never had this phase of like going to bars or going on Tinder and things.
We're talking about her husband,
not-
John, by the way.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so
King John.
when you go to a bar and you think, you're vibing with a girl, was she not with her boyfriend or with other people? Were there no context clues? Because that's
No,
very
she was-
confusing.
She was with a group of her friends.
Okay. So she was just hamming it up with
I don't know, just-
best boy.
Just like lots of icon. Like I don't know. I've gotten.
Were there touches on the arm? Like, oh,
No, I'm not. I don't know.
Okay.
I'm also. I try to. I don't know.
We're talking about
I don't know
her.
what
Did she
people's
touch your
vibe
arms?
are. She did not touch my arm.
okay.
She did not
So
touch
that's
any
a good
part of me.
sign. That's a
Um,
good sign that she has a boyfriend.
Really?
Let me
Now I'm gonna keep this in
educate.
mind.
let me educate, okay, guys? Because the career I'm in, I have a ton of great conversations with men. It doesn't mean I like them, but a good indicator is just like the overly laughing and like caressing of the arm, or like just a lot of contact, So if she's kind of like keeping her personal bubble, I feel like that's a good sign that you're just having a friendly conversation. So there you go. Is he writing
What are you
notes?
doing?
No.
I think he's writing notes.
I have. Oh, were you writing it down?
I was not.
If she touches arm, green light.
Some hot girl just texted me.
I have never been to a bar.
John, when you come, are you?
When's your lease up, John? In Arkansas.
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 It's technically up.
Oh my gosh, just do it.
Sarah, that's what I'm telling you.
Yeah, just do
we
it.
Can build
It's
a
not
genius
that-
studio
it's
in
not-
LA.
I will go if Sarah goes. We are
Honestly-
stronger as a thruple.
Honestly, it's not that crazy. Like, John and I were actually thinking about LA in a very serious way. And so we'll be
Here
visiting.
comes a butt.
We'll be visiting there soon. No butt yet. But our adventure to New York was we're kind of
Well, I gotta have multiple friends in LA.
we're kind of doing like a place tour. Like, we were in New York, and it made us realize, we made the right decision. Like, we spent 5 years in New York. We're good. We don't need to do that again. Everything is so difficult there. And I finally saw New York in a way that other people see it, when I'm like, the energy and the vibe and this and that.
No, dude, it's like if
I walked
Disney,
around and I was
it's like
this
if
is
the
too
Walt
much.
Disney World was just full of garbage. The
Yeah.
rides were just garbage cans.
So and then we've always been doing trips to LA because John lived there. When I first started dating him, he was there for 5 years because he's a skater boy, and so we spent a ton of time there. he's a skater boy. We've spent a ton of time there, but we've never like lived there together. So it's still kind of one of those things that we think about. But yeah, it is nice to be close to family in Texas, and everything's so much more affordable here. There's so much more space. So it's in the back of our mind, but really we need to figure out where can we just be settled for a little bit, because we've been doing a lot of just moving around. It's not fun.
I'm telling you, John, LA's where it's at, bro.
Is it though?
It's
Is
where
it, though?
all the creators are. We could have so many guests. We could meet so many fun people. We could build out the genius studio.
Who did you hang out
Bro,
with?
imagine.
I'm kind of curious who you're vibing with out there.
Oh, I mean, not really like anybody, but
Was that the wrong verbiage?
no. Like, I mean, Jonathan Morrison isn't like, he's not like I don't think he considers me a close friend, but like, we usually visit.
Yeah,
him.
that's
He's
squad.
really cool.
Austin's there.
Austin saw me once and didn't know rightfully didn't know who I was. He was just like, "Hey, how are you? Nice to meet you. We're shooting. We gotta go." Like, I was just like, bro, this man has come a long way from, "Hey guys, this is Austin. And I want to be able to see for $500. I'm like, bro, this man is like a machine.
I don't know if I ever told this story, but when Front Page Tech had, maybe 2,000 subscribers, I was with Full Screen Network. We had just signed with Full Screen Network. Look, Sarah, look at what Sam's doing. Look at this man. He has started to drink water out of a fucking box.
Yeah, go to Austin. That's where you should go. A lot of people drink boxed water in Austin.
Oh my God!
What is this
people
man?
care about the planet in parts of Texas. Wow, that is
no, they
unheard
care
of.
about your money because you
Sorry, why
spend
don't you guys just keep
$7
mining
on a carton of
oil
water.
I use a
polluting the
cup that's
groundwater.
reusable, so I have
yeah,
no
why don't you
waste
have
with
like
my
a
water.
filter at home?
I do.
Okay, I think he's getting
when
sad.
I was growing up,
I don't think Sam.
my mom said,
I think
"Be
we should
yourself."
stop joking.
And you know what I said? Mom, everyone hates me when I do that. And I hit 24 and I'm like, you know what? I'm bringing it back. So I'm going to drink my boxed water. Go. Yep.
Okay. What before this? What were we saying?
Oh,
LA.
okay. So we signed with Full Screen Network because Full Screen was like, "Hey, we love your channel. We'll help you grow it and give you content strategy and free fucking epidemic sound music or whatever they say." And at 2,000 subscribers, we were like, "Holy shit, we made it!" We signed with Full Screen Network. That is the first time I made money with Front Page Tech. Actually, at that time, MCNs worked kind of differently, and they paid me per episode. They paid me $25 per episode. So, dude, I thought I made it. I was like, oh my God, dreams coming true. I'm getting paid to make the show. I'm rich. $25 an episode, 3 episodes a week, rich. So we signed with them, and they were like, hey, we have an opportunity for you to work with Austin Evans. And, of course, we love Austin. I was watching him at that time, too. I would say this is 2014, 15-ish, around that time. And the gig was to climb Mount Everest and build a gaming PC with Austin at the top of Mount Everest. Don't know why we had to go to the mountain. I forget why. I probably still have the email that has, like, the itinerary. And so to do this, they're like, you're going to have a Skype call with Austin. Basically shit my pants because I'm like, I'm going to talk to Austin Evans on Skype. I can't handle this. And so we did. They got us on Skype, Brian and I, with Austin. He had no idea who we were. He was very, very nice, but you could tell he's like, why are they hooking me up with these people? Like, why these people? It could be anybody else, but it's this 2,000 subscriber YouTube channel. Never heard of them, and we're going to be stuck on a mountain together. So he was very, very nice on the call, but that ended up falling through because insurance for Full Screen was not going to let us climb Mount Everest.
I can understand that.
I have the itinerary. Future me editing this, put the itinerary on the screen. I'm sure I'm allowed to show it now. There's no NDA, so
wow.
Austin, he met me when I had like 2,000 subscribers, and it was terrible.
Aww.
Yeah,
wow, that's really cute.
He's probably like,
Austin's
holy
very
shit,
nice.
I can't believe he's like still around.
And
He's still got marker on his face.
face. Well, hold on, John, or not John, Sam. So you just mentioned 2 people who you don't know. Is there anyone who you do know?
Let me explain. There's like a. I don't want to go too deep in the rabbit hole, but there's like this
There's a girl.
YouTuber media group thing that they work with a bunch of YouTubers, and like we've kind of like started hanging out with them. It was co-founded by TechSmart back in the day, if you remember.
Good old Keaton.
He's not exactly connected. I don't want to dive too deep into those details. Anyway, they are incredibly nice. The company's very well managed at this point in time. And
hold on. So is Keaton running it just behind the scenes?
I
Sam?
don't think he's super involved right now.
Okay.
I don't know how much I'm allowed to say. So let's just
what
can we
is
leave it
it?
at that?
What is it? Are they running like multiple different channels without
Yeah, they work.
faces?
They work with YouTubers to
Get deals?
optimize your channel. I do not currently have.
Oh,
a
hold
professional
on.
relationship with them.
Is what you're saying they buy views for people?
No.
Okay, because that
Yes.
happens too.
But
No,
also
I-
no.
No, they actually do legitimate work on. They've worked on Snap
Okay.
shows. They help people
Okay.
with editing.
So it's more of like an agency connect, I guess you have.
Yeah, they shoot in-house content for social. They optimize YouTube channels. It
like
actually
a jelly smack,
What'd you say?
like a jelly smack. That's what they do. They're in LA.
Yeah, vaguely.
What is a
I mean,
jelly smack?
they're
They-
a brand
so-
creator.
Is that a type
Okay.
of Pop-Tart?
So if you ever see like a David Dobrik or a Mr. Beast video on Facebook, those creators aren't repurposing for Facebook. They use an agency, Jelly Smack, to turn their 10-minute YouTube video into a 4-minute Facebook video. And then they do all the right Facebook things and add captions. And it's interesting because they basically, if a creator isn't someone like Mr. Beast, who obviously will have an audience wherever they go, if they're big on YouTube but not big on Facebook, Jelly Smack will invest. I don't know if this is actually public. So I'm talking about another company now. They'll basically put money behind the clips via Facebook as ads. So they'll run these like good videos, right? Like entertaining videos as pre-roll on other people's Facebook videos. And once they start getting numbers and start getting traction, then they flip it. And then they say, hey, this is gaining enough steam. And then they turn monetization on Facebook because not everyone, but you can get monetization on Facebook. And then it just opens up the floodgates. And then these creators are getting 6 figures a month just on Facebook from repurposed content. It's crazy.
Wow.
I hate everything.
Yeah. But it doesn't work for it doesn't work because we probably do more topical things, right? And they're not super sensational,
Yeah.
so it doesn't work for that type of stuff. It works for Mr. Beast type videos because those are Facebook videos. You just break
Yeah,
up
they're
one
they're
YouTube
timeless.
video into 4,
You
shorter
could find
Facebook
that 6
videos,
months
so-
from now and it's new to you.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's fascinating, Sarah. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, yeah, they do more of like back end work, and no, they're really cool. So anyway, like I met a bunch of them. They were really cool. I went to like an influencer brunch with a bunch of, like, when I say I mean like they're all TikTokers. They're all like 19
And they
and
called
live
it
in
an
LA.
influencer brunch. They say,
Yeah.
hey, come to my influencer brunch. I'm an influencer.
No, it's like this startup that is like bringing influencers together to have lunch, and they pay for it. I don't know. A friend of the friend got
Is it
us
a new
into
startup
this.
that connects influencers with brands to make money?
No. It's
It's like a
actually, it
email
was
life.
literally just we got a lunch and we networked. There was no brand. Yeah, it was very innocent. I was like, this is crazy. So I don't know. I met a few of them. They were cool.
Well, that's what's good. That's what is good about LA is there's always stuff like that going on. I mean, we
Yeah,
could
that's what
make
I'm
fun of
saying.
that stuff all day long, but at the end of the day, there's people out there who all they do is content, and you're going to be around a lot of good people who are doing the same thing as you, because this could be a very isolating job. So I think it'll be good.
Yeah, it's cool to have like creator friends. So yeah, Luke Miani is going to be moving out there. I'm going to be moving
Really?
out there.
Where is he
Yeah.
based currently?
He's in DC. Is that public? That's public.
It is now.
He's on the East Coast.
It rhymes with PC.
You have to bleep it out.
I think that's.
I feel like it's public.
I think he said the city before. Yeah, anyway, it's a big city.
Where
You
the
know,
president
I've definitely,
lives.
we joked about we joked about 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue was his address.
Yeah.
So yes, that.
Well,
Anyway,
good for
yeah,
you.
he's gonna be moving. Sarah, you should come. We could do the triple podcast.
I'll just
in person.
visit. That's what's good about LA. So many people go there, right? So you guys will move out there, and then I'll do my, 3 to 4 trips there a year, and then it lines up perfectly. Once a
There
quarter.
you go. You can come. Will you promise that every time you come do the podcast?
Of course, unless you're like in freaking Burbank or something, then I'm not.
Or unless
taking
we
an
say
Uber out there.
something from now to then
Yeah.
that ruins it.
Burbank is literally not even far.
Bruh, have you ever tried to go from like Santa Monica to Burbank at like 3 p.m.? It's brutal. You're just stopped for 3 hours.
No, we got a Genius private jet. We'll just
Okay, that's fine.
The Genius Jet. That's
the
our
Genius
new product.
Jet. Yeah.
No, I literally drove from like mid all the way to South LA during peak rush hour, and it was pretty bad.
Yeah, it's awful. It's soul
That's
sucking.
why I'm gonna get a helicopter.
I don't do this since Kobe.
Oh, rest
Sorry
in spaghetti, never forget.
Somebody was trying to get me to go on a helicopter the other day, and I was like,
Yeah, I
don't
used to do the fly neon like a ton, because they would just give free flights for people in New York. But then, so before the Kobe thing, they also had a situation where, and they covered it up really well. They said it was the company where they rent their helicopters from, so they were able to remove their name from a lot of the news. But they had one of their helicopters go down in the river in New York City, and everyone but the pilot died, because when you do those tours, you're like hanging out of the helicopter, right? Because it's open doors, so you're strapped in, like you're in. You don't
Sounds
have
like sabotage.
you don't have a seatbelt that you can just take off. So you're strapped behind you, and I'm telling you guys, listen to those safety briefings, like, so you know what to do. But in order to get out of the helicopter, what you have to do is you have almost like a knife here. You have to take that out and like knife through your cable behind you. And so
while you're panicking?
So they drowned to death. So it wasn't a crash. They just slowly, they like ran out. Something happened where they just slowly drowned in the river. So the pilot got out because he knew what to do. So yeah, I don't do helicopters
tell
anymore.
everybody
I'm
grab the cutter?
So don't do that in New York. Yeah.
Even if they tell me to grab the cutter, I don't even know if I'm going to remember to do it on the way down.
I know. Yeah, they must have changed that. Like, they must have changed that since that.
Why is that the method?
I know. It was...
Oh, because they don't want you to fall out mid-flight, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, falling out mid-flight and forgetting the cutter gives you the same result, so...
I mean, I'm not going to forget the cutter. If somebody tells me that there's a cutter, I'm not going to forget the cutter.
Yeah. So, stay away from helicopters, everyone. That's a
Dude,
very
I'm telling
unrelatable piece of advice.
Yeah.
That's awful.
You could say that
Anyways.
the EU is kind of the cutter.
Okay, yeah.
for
So
side-loading.
Apple. Do we have any other Apple news besides
There was a lady here. The 911 call was released. Her car got stuck in the water, and the 911 operator was like telling her to just calm down while they get the crew over there, and she's like, "No, like I'm gonna drown." And they're like, just calm down, just don't move. And she's like, you don't understand. Drowning right now. And the operator was like angry with her, like, ma'am, calm down. And she fucking died during the call.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
So-
and they and the 911 operators fired. The call was released, and everyone was just flabbergasted.
So she wasn't, they didn't say like, okay, try to wiggle out of your seatbelt or grab this and smash the window. Nothing.
No, she didn't take it. The operator didn't take it seriously. She thought she was just like in a little puddle.
You're joking.
I'm not joking. Not joking.
See, that's...
Yeah.
Hey, let's go back to the Apple news, guys. Yeah.
Yeah, I
know. All right, guys.
How
Sorry,
does
a
Tim
little dark
Cook's
there.
love
Going
life?
a
Sarah has the
diatribe.
question.
Tim Cook's
about-
love life. I don't know. I don't know. How is... Do you think Tim Cook is...
Oh, he banging.
he be banging.
He
be
does
banging.
go to the... You see him at that Diplo show?
He dipping something.
Wait, did you guys not see this? This is hilarious.
He's kind of
I did.
like grandpa vibes to me, so I would prefer not to think about his love life.
Nah, man, he's
seems-
busy. You know what I mean?
Where is
Yeah.
this tweet? Was this before Black Friday? He was with Diplo partying? Yeah, look at this. Did you guys see this?
No way.
I'm gonna mute this because I think it will get us demonetized. So yeah, he's with Diplo in like it's okay. First of all, it's just like,
What a scene.
yeah, what is the CEO of Apple doing?
He's at this club for audio
He's at a
listeners.
rave, dude.
Yeah, dude. What
Is he
go-
Oh, he's just behind the speaker.
He's controlling
He's hitting
the
the
smoke.
smoke. And look at him. He gets a little excited after he
He's
does
having
it.
a great time.
But
It seems like he's just
I don't
on a
know.
tour
I'm just
right
like,
now. He's living his life.
it's just, I don't know. I was like, who is Tim Cook, man? Of course.
I
follow
love the
Apple
mystery.
Travel
That's what I'm
Latest
saying.
deals.
That he banging, man, every night.
Okay, let's talk about
If
some
you're
crazy
making
stuff.
iPhones during the day, you're banging at night. Them's the rules.
Okay, we saw this, an alleged benchmark for the Apple M2 Max chip. Now, I have a theory about this that I haven't said yet. I want to say it on the show.
Yeah, this is the show. Go ahead.
All right, everybody's saying this is the M2 Max MacBook Pro. This is the next chip coming in. This guy, the MacBook Pro, right?
Yeah.
I don't think that's a chip for the MacBook Pro.
Tell us.
I
your
think
theory.
that's a chip for the headset.
Oh shit! Sam, that is a good theory. That I agree with you 100%. Not in the sense of this is definitely the chip for the headset, but your theory is like usually I'm like nah, but I'm pretty. It is a good theory.
I
not gonna lie.
thought you were gonna say like the Mac Pro, like the official Mac Pro or something. But
Here's
Well,
why.
isn't the headset coming with 2 chips?
that's more. That gets me thinking. Huh.
Well, here's my thinking.
I'm pretty sure
right?
they said 2 chips.
I think that might have been a rumor at one point. The reason I say this is because I don't think we don't see Geekbench scores for the new computers leak usually, unless it's like it's already been announced and
We
it's in the
saw
hands of.
around the same time last year. We
media.
saw MacBooks leak on Geekbench. Literally around the same month. I think it was
Was it on
January. I
Geekbench?
think it was in January though last year. So we're a month early.
Okay, maybe I'm forgetting. My theory was like with this rumored January event, a few select people are starting to get access to this chip, and they're testing it on some Macs, and they're testing it in maybe the headset. So
I mean,
I'm
it could be 2 of these chips in the headset.
yeah. I mean, it could definitely just be the M2 Max chip.
Damn,
in
man,
there.
that's a good theory.
But I'm
no,
just like, I
no
don't
one
know.
has said that. Are you going to
This
say that
headset-
on a video somewhere or on Twitter?
I'll
John's gonna
probably.
steal
Yeah, I didn't really cover it yet. I don't know. I don't really make YouTube videos.
Clip this. Clip it. Clip it and tweet it.
Clip it and tweet it.
Okay. I'll use this for the little Twitter clip because that's what I do. I mean,
Man,
listen, we got the.
I am genuinely so excited for the Apple headset.
Yes.
It's one of those
Yes.
things that now it just seems like okay, it's for sure coming because it's been rumored for so long. But I am
yeah.
so excited to see what Apple's take on it is because our Oculus mess was just signing into that thing was a nightmare. So to see a headset with like good software and seeing what the Apple extra spice is going to be.
The
'Cause
extra
Apple,
spice.
Apple does not enter a new market without being like, an MP3 player, but it looks good and has a scrolly wheel,
Yeah.
10,000 songs in your pocket.
I'm not going
what
to-
is that for the VR headset?
Do I say this publicly? And will I get in trouble?
Oh God.
Oh God.
I'm not going to say by who. But I was given access to a clip that was not shared on YouTube. In which Tim Cook less than vaguely mentioned this product. Hey, it's editing, John, here. Listen, we said some stuff. Had to edit the stuff out of the show because you can't say that stuff. And this is where the stuff used to be. Okay, back to the show. I might have to cut this out of the episode. I don't know.
I
We'll see.
think you have to cut this out of the episode.
But
okay, John,
very-
how about you
very
tell
interesting.
us, but definitely cut this out of the episode.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm telling you now. Hey, it's editing, John, here. Listen, we said some stuff. Had to edit the stuff out of the show because you can't say that stuff. And this is where the stuff used to be. Okay. Back to the show. And actually
shit.
referenced it. Not like a you'll see. We're very confident in AR.
We find AR fascinating.
Yes.
It wasn't that.
He directly Tim cooked it. And hey, it's editing, John, here. Listen, we said some stuff. Had to edit the stuff out of the show because you can't say that stuff. And this is where the stuff used to be. Okay. Back to the show. Yeah.
So is this still the cutout clip? Because I have one
Yeah,
thing to say.
Yes.
this is all getting
This is
cut.
all gone.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, it's editing, John here. Listen, we said some stuff. Had to edit the stuff out of the show because you can't say that stuff. And this is where the stuff used to be. Okay, back to the show. All right,
Just be like,
gonna cut
and
back in.
You'd be like,
Okay,
you should have
cut
heard
back
what
in.
John Prosser and Sam Kohl had to say about you bitches. Just take us all down.
Okay, we're back.
Yeah,
we
that
just cut
was
out
crazy.
so many minutes.
I'm so sorry. That was
Such
the
a great
key of the
conversation that
century, bro.
It was such a great conversation that nobody can ever hear. Also, I have a
No.
question. When you put permanent marker on your face, does it get into your bloodstream? Because what if I feel a little dizzy?
Yeah. Yeah, you're
Kid,
probably
I got
screwed.
my.
How does that work?
I got my flu shot today.
That is not
That has
remotely an
nothing to
answer
do
to my
with
question.
anything.
Well, I just thought maybe if, by like the transitive property, maybe some of like the tiredness from getting the flu shot could have maybe affected your brain.
I didn't get a flu shot.
I said, but through the transitive property.
Anyways, idiot bar podcast.
Yay! Okay. So, how do we want to do this? Like, Sarah, do you want to give us
I'll
a
follow
watered down version of what we just talked about?
Yeah. Well, definitely not what everything, but we started talking about YouTube and the different content that tech YouTubers make. And
Yes.
I think this past, recently talked about me getting married 2 months ago, and I had such lovely time, and I was in France, and I had a lot of revelations. Thank you, thank
Did
you.
you say you had
and
revelations?
is that the right word? Revelation?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just like that
Yeah,
sounds
yeah.
really like that's like
You had an epiphany.
I had
That's
plenty
crazy.
of epiphanies, and it started with, was it the iPhone 14 event? I think it was the iPhone 14 event where I was up super late, or I was up till like 11 p.m. So it wasn't super late, but Marquez already
wow.
had his video. Marquez
Breaking all the rules.
Marquez had already had his event video up for 3 hours. And so I was
course.
freaking out, right? And I was, at that point, I was hunched over at my laptop for about 8 hours and I hadn't eaten and I was just so stressed. And I was like, Sarah, you've done the thing. You've gone to Steve Jobs Theater. You've lived out so many of your dreams. Should you never do embargoed tech content ever again?
Like you were just tired and like, what the fuck am I doing with my life?
I feel
Well,
that.
yeah, it was just one of those things where, because with YouTube, there's so many things you have to pay attention to.
Yeah.
So you have, what does the audience want? What do I want? I'm the worst because I can be like a hipster artist person who gets really in the weeds with things on editing, and that's not good for YouTube at all because YouTube rewards turning things quickly.
That my favorite saying is done is better than perfect.
Exactly. And I've learned to be okay with that, but still I stress out. And in the beginning, I was able to flip videos so quick because you're in it. It's your life and you want it and you're hungry. And a decade later, it is such, now it takes 2 weeks for me to make a video that would take 4 days in the beginning. And so I'm really having to reprioritize. And I'm like, okay, there's, maybe I get 3 times the views on embargoed content, but so many people now are getting that I don't think it's worth killing myself. And then at the same time, I think I would have more freedom to, not that I don't say what I want to say with embargoed videos. It's just a thought. Like it's always in the back of your mind. If a company loans you out a product, like you're of course not going to trash it. And I don't trash tech. I try to have more of a positive outlook, but you still judge some things, And so if I don't have that, I'm just like, I wonder what life would be like without that pressure. If Sony comes out with a new camera, because I'm always, I just recently self-diagnosed myself as ADHD. That's a whole nother thing that I'm not going to talk about.
Hey,
But
welcome to
yeah.
the club.
Hey.
I just found out I have ADD.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, no, without the H,
Yeah.
just
okay.
the double D's. You know what I mean?
Okay. Double D's.
Bro, that is literally sexual harassment.
It's literally not.
Like you literally no. You literally cannot
I
say
said I
it's,
have
it's like
ADD.
double D's to
I have-
a woman
All right,
on
well,
our
I'll
show.
finish
I
You
have
cannot
ADD,
say that.
and I
I'll
wasn't
finish.
talking specifically to her. I'm talking to the audience.
You just can't say that. Like
Okay,
Bro.
EU. Anything else you want to regulate about what I say and do?
I'm not offended.
You gonna make me do
I'm
USB-C on my
offended.
ass now?
So the whole
Because you're saying now
whole
my
point.
titties aren't big enough,
the whole point.
Nobody said that.
It's what you didn't say, actually.
Sarah, can you save
call me
me?
flat
Can you help
chested?
me? Somebody help me.
Sarah, go. I'm sorry.
Anyways, I think in 2023 I'm going to explore a world where I don't do embargoed tech, and I'm scared, but I'm excited at the same time. Yeah. So
That is a fascinating. I mean,
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
do
That's
embargoed
crazy.
stuff as it is. But
So,
if
yeah,
I was
I'm
in
just
that
like-
position,
if someone, if Sony has a new camera I want to test out, I actually don't want to be on that first round because I get so stressed, and deadlines, I don't do things up until the very last point. So even
Yes.
if there's embargo, if the embargo's 8 a.m., I post it at 9 a.m.
hey,
So
if you wait till the last minute, it only takes a minute.
Well, Sam, you go, what? That just means because I pulled an all-nighter trying to get to the 8 a.m., but I miss it by that much. That's just my life. So I think the only healthy way I can do YouTube is if I pick either embargo tech or brand deals. And I need to make money. So I'm
Need to
going to
make
take a
money.
break, I think.
I respect your decision. 'Cause, that's like
Not in the same way, but in a similar sense. I have like early in my YouTube career, especially having a quote unquote news show. It used to be more of a news show. Being first was like my priority, and the second, and back then, I had to convert. So I lived in a trailer, like a mobile home. This was like, I don't know, I was 18, 19-ish. And when a news story would come out, I would set up, like completely convert the kitchen into a studio and then try to make an episode and put it out like within an hour or two of a news story coming out. And I always thought like, man, I can think of so many conversations I had with Brian where it was like, man, if we could just be invited to CES, or if we could just go to the events and be the first to put out the news, we get so many subscribers. And that was like our only priority. And we wasted so many nights, so many days stressing about that and like completely working ourselves to death trying to be the first.
Yeah.
And now where Front Page Tech is at the moment, there's a lot of times where I don't talk about the news story until a week later.
Mm-hmm.
And the pressure of not having the pressure of not having to be first is completely freeing. I just knocked water off my desk. That's bad. The pressure of not having to be first is completely freeing. I'd rather put my opinion on something and not, because if it's just news, I can never beat a tweet.
Yeah.
And so
And
why
I'm
have
not-
that pressure in the first place? So
Totally. Exactly.
So
it's not worth stressing out about, especially when you add more to the conversation. Like, my value isn't in being the first. My value is like the opinion I bring and like how it looks and the vibe. So for me to be stressed out about that, I think it's just unnecessary stress. And I want to get a sleep schedule down. And I think that's one of the keys. I could be a superhuman if I just didn't have YouTube as a job, but that's not a possibility. So I got to chip away at it.
Sarah, I'm gonna get deep. You really picked us apart earlier, so I'm getting you now.
Oh God.
When are you gonna? Have you thought about how you're gonna retire? When you're gonna retire? How long you're gonna do this? And are you still happy doing it? It's been a long time.
Yeah, I'm miserable currently. So
is this true or a joke?
Part of, no. It's pretty true.
Okay. All right.
I'm well, the whole point of, okay, how do I say this? So I want to make a whole video about this, so I'm not going to like divulge and whatever, but
wow,
I've really,
way to take it away from us.
well, the whole ADHD thing has actually really opened up my eyes, because a lot of the things that I've struggled with, I literally thought I was just like a terrible human.
But now they make sense.
And now they make sense. And now I feel like I have the tools to like actually tackle them. So I'm going through more like, it's kind of combined with life stuff and relearning who I am. like why can I never hire people, and why can't I be, like Austin Evans or MKBHD or whatever. So I think for me, I just have to slow down a little bit to figure out how to sustainably do it. Cause I used to think, oh my God, I'm so tired of this. Making videos is killing me. I love making videos. Like, I actually enjoy so many parts of the process. It's combined with everything. It's worrying about thumbnail and title. It's worried about branded content. I get so excited about a video up until me like filming the branded part, which sucks because like I'm pretty good at that, and that kind of is my thing. And so I think I just have to learn how to get organized enough where I can hire freelancers when I need them. But my biggest thing since the beginning of YouTube, I've always really cared about videos, and I've always tried to do something like, a little different here and there. And I'm way too attached to every single video I make. And I have to build in some formats that are more sustainable. So I can only do one, like I'm doing a DaVinci Resolve beta on the iPad video. I should have put that video out 10 days ago, but I just today finished it because I feel like it has to be a full on like review, and I have to teach people how to use it. I have to give my opinion. I have to mix it in with a vlog in New York City.
Is that a you thing?
Cool B-roll. Yes, it's a me
like
thing.
Are you putting that on you, or is it because it's attached to a brand?
No, it's me, because I have to make a video that's like a Sara Dietschy video. I can't just clock it in. And I have this unhealthy association with thinking hard things equal good, if that makes sense. If something is like harder for me, then it has more merit, which is actually kind of like fudge. So I'm working through a lot of my inner things. And I'll figure it out on the other side. But yeah, I don't think about retirement because I really like making videos. At the end of the day, like, I'm a video editor, I'm a storyteller.
I'm very worried about retirement.
Really? Yeah, I'll always be making videos.
Look at him, Sarah. He should be a little worried. You can't be doing that at 35.
You could be doing this pod as a 70-year-old, John.
Yeah, but
100%.
I've said this before on the podcast, but my biggest fear in my career is becoming disconnected with the audience and overstaying my welcome. Like, there are many YouTubers that I grew up with, that I idolized, that I have watched completely ruin their own career.
Yeah,
like, it didn't just happen to them; they did it to themselves, and then they blamed the audience for it. They make the wrong stuff. They don't connect with the audience anymore, and then they point the finger at the audience and blame them and say, "It's your fault. You have terrible attention spans and all this other stuff." Or they blame YouTube.
I think you're gonna be fine if you're already worrying about that, like, and you're prioritizing the audience. Like, you're gonna be fine. I don't.
But
think
one of you put me down if you see it happening.
Yeah. Put you down?
No worries.
You don't have to you don't have to kill me. Just call me and be like, "Hey, you should stop."
No, you will be. I will grab the gun.
Yes,
I will grab that gun. I will make sure it's Russian roulette with 6 in there. And
listen, to be fair, I think this generation of creators or whatever, like, I think I was in like the second wave. The first wave I would consider like Tyler Oakley and Grace Helbig. The first wave of people.
I feel like we're the second.
Yeah, that's what I said, right?
I think. I don't know.
Yeah. Listen, John. So the first wave, they had it really good in that notifications sent out to every single subscriber. They didn't have to work for every single video. And I think when we came on the scene, the algorithm was already such a thing. And honestly, I would argue that we wouldn't have as much attention without the algorithm. So in a way, it's the best thing and the worst thing. But I think we're more used to changing and adjusting because we have to in order to survive. Yeah. That's the most stressful
I would say, because I would agree, because even when I started, I was looking at videos like YouTube gurus and how to get into search and how to whatever with the algorithm. I can honestly say that not a single YouTube guru, not a single YouTube tips video mattered at all. It didn't. All of it did nothing. Hours of my life wasted trying to learn about it, and it's all bullshit. Don't pay for courses. Don't listen to the gurus. It's all bullshit. You learn by experience. You just fucking do it.
Courses are fine if it's for technical things, but don't do. If you could Google things for 40 hours or watch a 4-hour course. And if you have the money, like the course is probably worth it. But the courses where it's like super top, like high level, and they're trying to sell you the secret, get rich quick thing. That's when the alarm bell.
Yeah.
That's when it's like.
I think courses for a lot of things are great, but I'm specifically talking about the YouTube gurus.
Yeah,
Fuck all that.
But that's just a life thing. Any guru anywhere is selling you a product. Like that's why I see so many people that whether it's standing Elon or standing other people, where I'm just like,
don't get me started.
Yeah, I know. I'm just bringing it up. But I see this with him. People like Andrew Tate, right? That are like, this is what you do.
He's not even like worth mentioning.
You're not part of Hustlers University, Sam.
Bro. But no, because the other day I was just like, let me go on and like see what this is, because I never did it. And yeah, it was exactly what I thought. It's like, the world is hard. Your life isn't where you want to be. I have the solution. And it's just like, that's the same thing with YouTube. You don't have subs. You want views. This is the solution. Like that's the through line I'm bringing, is like, it's all bullshit. There are things you can do. Having a clear, concise title that includes a clickable thing. Negative videos perform better than more positive videos.
Yeah,
most
a good thumbnail matters, but
most of the time your issue is none of what the YouTube algorithm says. Hard truth. A lot of time your issue is you're just not good at it yet. So experience changes that.
Yeah, just trying is gonna give you so many more answers, because it is always changing. Like, my husband John, I can call him my husband. That still sounds weird.
Oh, that's so cute.
He started like a secret channel that he didn't promote at all, and he's like hitting 40,000 to 100,000 views with these videos.
What are they about? Oh no, it's a secret.
Yeah, it's a secret. I can't tell you, but it's a niche where people are very passionate about it, and he's passionate about it too. So he understands what's happening, and they're just like kind of like entertainment explainer videos. He's not even in them. And he just hired people from Upwork, and he's learning more from that channel than he ever has. And now he gets to like apply some of the things that he's learning from there over to his own channel. Like something interesting, is a new channel, and YouTube loves shorts. And so he would post like one long form video and then like 5 shorts a week. And the shorts weren't doing that well. They would like peak at like 1 to 2K views. And so he was like, okay, I'm just going to stop shorts. But at the same time, the long form were doing well. They were hitting like 10, 20, 30K. The moment that he stopped the shorts, the long form started getting any traction. So the moment he stopped doing shorts, the long form would like stop at like 300 views. They wouldn't do that crazy run of views. So, there's interesting insights like that. And then also, he's not getting any of his views until like 5 days after posting. So the algorithm also has to like learn.
That is fascinating.
They find, if your video is good, like it'll find an audience. So all of those things he wouldn't have learned, until making this channel. So I think just doing those things, or listening to smart podcasts like this idiot bar,
like this one,
you can learn like that.
Well, since we're deep and we started talking about retirement, I'm going to say something out loud. I'm going to give it to my friends here. It's not like it. What?
What are you about to say?
It's not like anyone is listening to this. I'm just going to give it to my friends that are here.
What are you about to say right now?
You know how I left Twitter?
See, I didn't even know. So
yeah, I left Twitter and people are like, oh, because he hates Elon, or he's a liberal shell, whatever. Call me whatever you want. It was better for my mental health because I was using Twitter incorrectly.
Yes,
it was more of a me problem. So I leave Twitter. I feel great, and it got me thinking. How much longer do I want to do front page tech? I can't believe I'm saying this out loud. Just listen.
So you're thinking about like hiring someone to...
No, oh my God. I'm thinking about retiring.
Oh my God. Hire me. We can
you
solve our problems.
It'd probably be a better show.
I will be the new host of
Let him complete this
Tech.
thought. Hold on. Let him complete this thought. I'm very interested to see where this goes.
That's it. I just... Not... Okay. This isn't supposed to sound shitty. Because it's not like I'm an A-list celebrity and everyone knows about me.
Yeah,
but
S list.
Yeah, probably like Z list around there. I don't know if I like it anymore.
What?
Listen, Sam.
You even I'm your best friend. You don't tell me shit.
I'm telling
bro.
you right now, dude.
But this is like a private conversation.
Okay,
Well,
well, we're
then I
having
don't
it in
know,
front
you
of the
can't
world.
quit.
I'm not
Okay,
saying that
talk
I'm
to me,
retiring
okay.
from Front Page Tech tomorrow. I'm just saying Front Page Tech in January is going to turn 10 years old, which means I have been making, effectively, the same show for 10 years. The reason it's still relevant is because we've been able to adapt and change the style and change the show. But it's still at its core. I have been doing the same thing every day for 10 years. And it's like, how much longer is it going to be fun for me? Because when it's not fun for me, I don't think I should do it anymore. And it is a major thought in my head right now that, because I mean, I have enough money to where I could just leave and take a couple years to figure something else out. I don't know. I'm just saying. I don't know how much longer I want to do Front Page Tech.
I mean, that's.
What?
I'm just saying.
Bro, you can't just drop the FPT bomb. What?
Okay. Now my thoughts are on the ground. You may pick them up and do whatever you'd like with them. What do you think, Sarah and Sam?
I think
I'm
if
picking
that's
them
how
up,
you're
bro.
thinking.
Sarah, pick them up. Pick them up.
If that's what you're thinking, it's completely valid because I want to run away and quit. I feel like every other day. I think it would be worth it to maybe try out some new hosts and see if they can like take over for a year. Because it might be something that you want to come back to after like.
Isn't
a year
that what
break.
Ray William Johnson did and it completely killed Equals 3?
Oh really? I
Having
didn't
different
follow him.
hosts?
That is true.
Unless
But if you
do
had
you
like
guys wanna
Sam
do it?
take over, I would literally take over Front Page Tech if you just gave me a script. If it was
I have
just
a right.
script,
That's another thing. I have been
Yeah.
giving up responsibilities. Like I have a writer
Yeah.
now. I don't even write the show.
How much does it pay?
How much to what?
How much does it pay?
Hey, it's editing, John, here. Listen, we said some stuff. Had to edit the stuff out of the show because you can't say that stuff. And this is where the stuff used to be. Okay, back to the show. I can't believe we're cutting so much out of this episode. Oh my god,
Bro.
Hell yeah! Give
You're
me
still
all right. Give me half of that, and I'll come be the new host.
Okay, that's fine.
And we could split it 50-50. So you could go on your merry way, not do anything, and get
But still
half of
own
it.
the Front Page Tech brand. I
Yeah,
guess.
yeah. I wouldn't take it over. It would just be like a internship for.
Internship. We could switch. Sam has hosted the show a couple times. We could switch
Yeah.
back and forth.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's just,
Honestly, dude.
yeah. What are you thinking, Sam?
I wouldn't nuke it. Don't nuke it.
Yeah, don't nuke it.
Okay, but what do you think about me wanting to be not doing it?
This is a lot, bro.
Well,
Because we joke around a lot and stuff.
Mama Dietschy's here, so
But like, you can't. I don't think you can do that.
you don't think I can quit?
No.
See,
I
when you
don't
say
think
shit
can
like
do
that, I'm gonna be like, watch me.
I don't think
Why
you
do
can
you
just
why do you
quit.
say it like that? Like he can't. Because he can. The whole point of owning your own business is to do it the hell you want.
Yeah.
I don't think he can just like. Because he left me on Twitter. Leave
I
me on
didn't
YouTube.
leave you, buddy. I left.
Bro, okay,
Twitter.
I'm gonna be honest. You're a major motivation for me to grind my ass off. And if
So
you
this is
leave,
selfish.
Me.
yeah, if you leave, I'm not gonna like. That's like
if I
most
leave,
of
you'll
my
just have the
competition.
rest. You'll just have the audience.
I don't. But that's like if somebody gives you a check for $1 million, it's like great, I'm a millionaire, but I didn't do anything for this.
Okay. Just grind with Luke Miani back and forth.
Like when a video of mine even gets close in views to yours, I'm like, yes.
Dude,
Fucking did it.
just replace me with Sarah. Be like, yeah, I got to get Sarah views.
Yeah, but Sarah has like 700,000. I like you because you're like really close in sub count to me, and Sarah's like
Get
Subcount?
close to
I'm
Sarah.
about to reach
Sarah's big
900K.
time. How many are you
Ooh.
at?
I'm about to reach 900K subs.
Yeah, get it together, Sam.
So.
Wow, this podcast took a very somber tone.
Yeah. Okay, I can make it more positive and useful for the audience, but still stay on this topic.
Go ahead.
Because after, you're going to cut this out, but after learning the income that you're bringing in.
I feel so bad for me.
No. Like, because this is back in the podcast. I'm just saying something you mentioned with the previous segment that we're cutting out. I think we can talk about it in a way now where we don't say actual numbers. But I'm very interested in the amount of money that you say you bring in. That's what I bring in, but like, I want to kill myself at the end of the year because all of the...
I thought, okay, when I say that, John, we have to have a talk after the show. I think we got to have a talk, man. Okay, but you can just outright say it.
I'm just talking about existential dread.
What do you mean you want to kill yourself at the end?
It's just an exaggeration. The creative process for me has become very intense. But the thing that always brings me coming back is at the end of the video, and this is why I do it, at the end of most of my videos, I'm like proud of them.
Yeah, same.
And like
Man.
I get, well, yeah, I mean, I get, and honestly too, just like how I grew up, it's almost like, if I make a brand happy and they're like so stoked and, I read the feedback, that's like me impressing my parents as a child. Like it feels really good. So the positive reinforcement is what keeps me coming back. But I struggle. And so, I don't have a fancy writer. I'm curious, like, how do you find a writer that competent? How do you bring in that money in a way where I feel like you're not stressing out about writing the videos on your own, filming the videos on your own, editing the videos on your own. Well, I'm doing, so now I'm like curious.
There have been multiple times where a flaw of mine interacted with Front Page Tech, the company, in a very negative way that almost brought the ship down. And writing was a big thing for me. So originally, for years the show was ad-libbed. It would I filmed for maybe 15 minutes and just said what I said and moved on. But after people actually started watching, and specifically after the media started quoting me on stuff, it started with wanting to be very careful with certain segments of the show. Like if there was a leak, we'd write the leak to make sure I said exactly what I wanted to say, how I wanted to say it. And that just turned into my ADD that I didn't know I had, hyper-focusing on that and being like, well, I want the whole show to be super tight. I don't want to be repetitive. I don't want it to go longer than it has to. I want it to feel like a really tight, intentional show. So I start writing every single episode. Brian, who is the writer, he has been with me since the beginning of Front Page Tech. Like, he and I came up with the name together. That's how early on he's been around. He's my best friend from high school, so he knows the show, and he's been part of the company in multiple different ways. At one point, he was the editor. Now I edit the show because I like it. But there was a period a few months ago where the show was taking a really big hit because there was a hurdle where if I had to write the show, which I did, a lot of the times the show that would have to get done didn't even get done because it didn't get started because I couldn't get myself to sit down and focus hard enough to write the episode. And so what was my option? Let go of that responsibility, which is hard for me because I'm very controlling and terrible.
Mm-hmm. You're giving me hope though, because it's very relatable what you're saying.
Yeah, like with this podcast, I edit the show every week because I'm anal about how it sounds and I want it to sound a certain way. And so like I'll never give that up. And I was the same way with Front Page Tech, especially it's my baby. But Brian had been writing for the website for months at this point, and I was like, every time we wrote an article, I was like, that's exactly what I want Front Page Tech to be. Because I get too hyper-focused on stuff, and the same thing I do with Twitter, I get too attached to a subject, and I'll make it too long, I'll get too deep, when it doesn't have to be that deep. I just want to put on a fun show. So my priority is the audience, giving them a better show. And so I have to humble myself a little bit. And in order to give them a better show, I have to relieve myself of something that is bringing the show down. So I give the responsibility up to Brian. We do like a trial run, and the audience fucking loves it. It's much easier for me to film the show now because I've gotten rid of the hurdle of having to write it. Now I look over the script. I'll change a couple things if I have to. But it makes it fun for me because I laugh at it, and I'm laughing at my own show now. So I'll read the script, and sometimes I can't even get through the line on the show, and it's fun. And when I had fun recording, I know I'm going to have fun editing, and I'm excited about the audience seeing it.
Sam, you see what I'm doing? So he's talking about how much he loves it, and now he's not going to quit. So you need to stay. So there you go.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
So what you just described is amazing because
but
that
how many
is what
times
I'm
can I
striving.
change it?
John, I feel like you're just saying that you need to retire because like an important milestone is coming up, and you feel
What's
like
an
you're
important
overstaying the 10 years. You know, you have, and this is exactly what I do with other things.
Sam is not okay.
Hey, we're having like important therapy, okay? This is exactly what I do with other things, and this is why I was pushing a little bit back on courses. I have never made a course because I'm the same way. I f***ing hate. Sorry, beep that out. I hate the Ty Lopez's of the world. I hate
Sara Dietschy just lost all her sponsors.
yeah, I hate those people, and I thought that is only what courses was. But now that I'm having such a difficult time hiring because I have the same brain as you, if I don't want to do something, it feels physically impossible to sit down and write a standard
and it hurts the final
procedure.
product in the end.
And it does, yeah. And so, and now that I'm like trying to make these like SOPs for a videographer and an editor so I don't have to keep repeating myself, I'm like, oh, I'm just going to make a video course for these people. And this would actually like help a lot of people out there. Hey, if they pay $99 for this might help them get a job or whatever. And I feel like it's a lot of like, I didn't do that for so long just because like other people went about it the wrong way. And I feel like in a weird way, you're saying like, oh, because other people didn't know, you know, that their stay was over, I should leave. But you innovate, you keep changing things. So you shouldn't leave
at the
just
end of the
to
day,
leave.
it's not my job to be perfect, or it's not my job to hyper focus on something to what, because no one knows.
Yeah.
The episode goes out and no one knows how much I struggled making that episode.
Oh,
so
now you're preaching to me.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Like they have no idea.
Yeah.
And so when you think about that, when you think about the audience and like the only thing that matters is the final product, they don't need to know what went into
so
making
I need to
it.
Stop being a little.
And so how do I give them the final product? That's my job. My job is not to stress and ruin an episode because I can't write it. My job is to get the episode out. So how do I do that? I got to start removing barriers. And Brian I got very lucky because he's been around from Page Tech since the very beginning. He knows it. So I don't know.
That's the hardest part.
I don't know how, if I didn't have him, I don't know what kind of writer I would have trusted to bring on. He very much continues like the feel of the brand and understands it.
Which makes sense now, because I was kind of shocked in the beginning about how much you pay him, but it makes sense. Like those people, you hang on to him forever, you know?
Yeah.
If
I mean,
you can.
he's invaluable with this brand. But that's like, I'm sorry, but how many times can I do that?
You just described loving the process. So
right now. I loved the process 5 years ago too, but it went away.
Well, hey, keep chugging along until you just absolutely hate it. I think you're putting this thing out into the future that isn't even a reality yet. You enjoy
That's
it right
what
now.
our
That's all
brains
that
do,
matters.
though. I'm panicking about tomorrow.
John, listen, we got to have a whole nother podcast about our brains because I think they're way more similar than you think, because I totally understand that.
Sam, for audio listeners, we can only see his forehead and like a little bit of his eyes. He's
been
not okay.
Slowly slouching.
Sam, what are you thinking, man? Come back to us. What are you thinking? It seems like you're not okay.
I'm not okay.
Let's talk about it. We're in the weeds, man. We're in the trenches with our homies.
You can't see that.
Sam.
This is a lot.
Okay.
Are you quitting or not?
I'm not quitting right now. No. Maybe it came off wrong. I'm not quitting.
Yeah, I think
right now.
I think you made it a little bit too intense. I think he's.
Yeah, I'm not quitting. The idea is just in my head, and that's already scary enough because it's never been in my head before.
Well, now that I know that you're not quitting, I'll come back.
Yeah, I'm not quitting. Just to be clear, but the thought's just in there. You know, it exists now.
Yeah, but that's what thoughts do, bro.
Yeah, but do you have that thought right now? That's what I thought.
I've been having a lot of thoughts about YouTube lately. Just about my career
quitting?
in No.
Also, I love how we're having
no.
serious conversations and I look like this.
Bro, you always do this to yourself. No, I mean...
My soul patch is not good.
Jeez.
Didn't you just take a shower? You're gonna have to take another shower.
Oh, ew.
I wonder
Probably.
So on the whiteboard, if you accidentally write in Sharpie, you can go over the Sharpie with an expo marker and then the Sharpie erases. I wonder if you can do that with your face.
Is that a thing?
Yeah.
Let's
that's
find
a
out,
thing.
everybody.
That's another
Moment of
Sharpie,
truth.
bro.
No, it's not, dude. It's not.
Is that not a red Sharpie?
It's an orange expo marker.
Okay. Go. Okay.
It worked! Oh my god! Well, it worked a little bit.
A little bit. Wow, he's just currently wiping Sharpie off his face with another marker.
Interesting.
Bro, what is going on?
Just keep talking, Sam.
I think.
Eh.
Wow. I mean,
A little bit.
A little
A couple
bit.
hours and it'll be gone. Okay, go ahead,
Um,
Sam.
here, do you need some box water, bro?
Yeah.
Bro,
you
we need to get
you
them to
seem really
sponsor.
upset.
No, it's just it's like my whole world's been a little turned upside
You're
down,
just-
bro.
Honestly, though, you're also younger, so I feel like you haven't had these existential feelings. So
I
it's
am
probably
4 years younger. 4 or 5. I guess 5 years. Yeah. Are you guys both 29?
I'm 28.
I'm 29. I'm older.
Older? Oh no, we should have. Never mind. You're the youngest. You're the youngest.
Why? Why is that something to freak out
I'm having a
over?
crisis. I don't
We're very
like.
similar
I have a
ages.
crisis in my head.
Yeah,
about
I'm
30.
having a crisis about turning 30. That's a whole other conversation, though.
Yeah. No. I mean, So I've been thinking. I came up with a whole plan for my business for 23, like my revenue goal, how I want to get there. I need an editor because I want to do more short. I want to do way more short form content. And I just can't all do it myself. And short form is really fun. And I've realized I'm an idiot for ignoring TikTok and basically just TikTok for years. It's like I'm just a goofball. Like,
But see, that's
being
where,
able
like-
to connect with people there is just so cool. And I haven't made a penny off of TikTok, but I've always said this. I think privately when people have asked, "Would you rather have money or views?" And I've always said views.
Interesting.
I would always want more of even if I'm making less money, to know that people care and are actually impacted by the content I'm making always matters more.
I
to
see
me.
that.
I don't know. That's something that I care about.
I can't say that money. Well, I just said like the final product matters to me because I care about what the audience gets more than my struggle doing it. So I get that. I would agree. I would agree. Like if I had to choose, I would choose the views.
Sure. What would you choose, Sarah?
I leave a lot of money on the table for the option of a video doing 50,000 more views. So yes, like the views, because a lot of companies want stupid dedicated videos where they
With
have
the
control
product
over
and
the
the title.
and I'm just literally like, no.
Yeah,
I
would
want
get-
to say this.
I refuse in my contracts with brands. I refuse to do a dedicated video.
yeah,
That is
because
like
it's not good for anyone, and that
It's
type
not
of
good for me. It's
video-
not good for them.
Yeah, that type of video would get like 15K views, like very
Yeah,
few
like
people
I don't
watch it.
understand that. If you want people to see your brand, put your brand in the stuff that people are
Yeah.
already watching. Why would you
And
fuck that up?
and it dumbs down my brand. I'm like, the reason
Yeah.
why you want to advertise with me and pay so much money for me is because I know what's best for my audience. So let me do it the way I want to do
Yes.
it.
I want to say
So,
this because for the people that are listening this deep, I want them to be like, I feel like the audience doesn't understand like dedicated video. Like, what are we talking about? A dedicated video is when a brand pays you to essentially only talk about their product in a video, like thus the word dedicated. And an integration is like that 60-second sponsorship that you see on Front Page Tech or Sara Dietschy, where she's like, and real quick before we continue on with the video, I want to tell you about Squarespace or whatever brand, right? So like,
Yeah.
the
And even I've
money,
changed my language where I'll still do dedicated videos, but now for me, a dedicated video is more of a mention up at the top and like 2 to 3 minutes instead of 60 seconds. So
Smart.
because they just like hearing that word. So I no longer do traditional in the sense dedicated videos because it's stupid
That's
for
smart.
everyone. But yeah, I'm like, okay, you want to spend more money, you want more time. This is my version of a dedicated video.
But the money's crazy. Like, just for the audience to get a context, like,
Yeah.
I turned down an offer of $20K for a dedicated video, like $20,000
For
they were
one
gonna pay
video.
me for a 10-minute video on their robot vacuum. And you know what? I would have done it, but at the last second, they were like, "And you got to put the name of the vacuum in the title." I said, "Nope,
Yeah, and that
nope, I'm out."
if you
I'll
want
say no to
something,
20K. I would do this because I
Yeah.
was going to do an Apple Smart Home Tech video with the vacuum a central part of it, because I use a robot vacuum. It's a real product that I use every day, right? And this one looked cool. I'm not going to put the title of the vacuum in the video.
Yeah.
Because people are going to say, "Oh, it's an ad." And it just looks cheap, and I would have done a dedicated video on your product, but it was the fact that you had to have the title in there. Nope, I'm out.
Yeah.
yeah, and thank God this is so late in the podcast, so no one will probably hear this. But
Yeah, no one will hear this
got-
part. Don't worry.
yeah, I got offered low 6-figure for a dedicated video about
I'm
a
sorry.
certain
Like 6
a-
more than, which is more than 5?
yeah, a
the number?
certain like agency of
Okay.
sorts, and I was just like, it was one of those things where I'm like, oh, trying to buy a house. But at the same time, I was like, oh my God, if someone watched my video and went and did the thing that I was advertising, I literally would not be able to live
You
with
wouldn't feel
myself.
good. Yeah.
No, yeah. I don't want to deliberately skew the youth of America.
Oh, was it something like on the Fritz?
No, it was the opposite.
Did it
Is-
rhyme with Litcoin? Bitcoin?
Oh, no.
I
No,
like-
that's an easy no for me.
Okay,
No
yeah.
crypto. No. I
Or
mean,
was
that's-
it like,
that's
"Yo,
happened to
promote
Sam.
That's-
promote weed"?
yeah, no. This, I'll tell you, even not recording, because I don't even want the chance of this going in.
Okay.
But
Oh my
Um,
god!
Wow.
But no,
We've said
it's-
some stuff, Sarah. That's
Yeah, wow.
yeah. It's very much more so, more of a gray area. Like crypto is so a no, because that's just, it's, even though I have been a Bitcoin believer and still
Have been?
kind of am, but
I still
you know,
am.
it's still, I bought my,
buy those. I literally
car
bought
with
more
it,
Bitcoin
but-
today.
oh, nice. Yeah, it's more of a gray
It's not
area
nice.
where it does serve a purpose. And so I recognize that, but it's just not something I want to promote. So yeah.
gotcha.
Fair, I respect that. But no, that's like the
Yeah,
thing.
there's a lot of
I don't
money.
know, but also I also did a dedicated video on my channel.
Sometimes it makes sense
And
though. I'll have like one video a year that'll make sense with that.
And it was the most money I've ever got in my entire life. Like
Mm-hmm.
when I saw it hit my account, I was like,
Secure the bag.
and like literally, it's
And you know what? So we have a teachable moment with this. People are like, well, how do I get that? I will say, if you think it's sheer views, it's not. If you can make videos that look good and you have a unique personality, or you shoot them in a professional way, you would be surprised the amount of money brands will pay for something that looks great and also
Just so they
feels
don't have to
light
do it.
and fun. And yeah, exactly.
yeah,
Like,
that's very real.
I got offered yesterday actually. We were Sam and I were in a meeting talking about something else.
Oh,
and-
that's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, and I got a
that
call.
thing.
I got a call about doing like a pre-roll for a brand that wanted to use my face for a year
Hmm.
for $6,000.
Uh.
Which is the price for one integration on Front Page Tech for 60 seconds for one episode. They want to use my face
Yeah.
for
yeah,
12
yeah.
months exclusively for a year. Unlimited.
that-
They want
that-
pre-rolls
that-
on YouTube, on
That
Facebook,
is literally
whatever.
that's literally like a $1 to $2 million ask. Right there. Because
I
you're
laughed.
excluding all of the potential deals that you would.
Yeah, that's goofy. Goofy.
Yeah.
Absolutely goofy. I don't know. That brand is ridiculous.
Was it like a big brand?
Yeah. Yeah.
What the hell?
Yeah, it really was.
But their reasoning was we're not paying you for your face technically. We're just paying you because we need somebody to do it basically.
I mean, that's bullshit. Your
which is
face
not-
lends credibility.
So yeah,
And
especially with
influence.
the brand that was asking for it. So absolutely
Yeah.
not. It wasn't like an obscure brand that was out of my demographic that wouldn't know who I was.
Yeah.
Like everyone would see me doing this, and it just absolutely not.
I can't find the thing, but I'll just pull up this search if you can share the screen. But my most viewed video in 2021 was actually not one that I uploaded.
Are we allowed to say this?
I'm not going to dive into the details.
Okay.
I'm not saying
say it.
it's not public.
Describe for audio listeners because they can't see it.
Oh, is this an unlisted video that was a pre-roll?
Yeah, you might have seen my face talking about, which is a great
that's cool.
product. I work with them, and they're great people.
I mean, that's a good way too, because it doesn't burn your audience, and you're seen as that's a cool way to do it. There's a ton of ways to monetize on YouTube.
Yeah,
that reminds me of what
the only thing I'll say about this one is it was a surprise.
Oh,
it was a surprise that I saw.
Yeah. It reminds me of a certain VPN that I worked with, that we worked with actually, that took pre-rolls of me and placed pre-rolls of me on my own videos. So the audience would get 2 ads for them because they were also integrated in my videos, and it was a goddamn catastrophe.
You can get sued for that. You can't just do that.
Oh, they didn't have enough money to. We would have gotten paid $3 from the suit. That was a whole thing with them.
What are you talking about? VPN companies are rolling in the dough.
Not this one.
Not this one.
Let's just say this one was kept alive basically by me for a year.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, guys, idea. The tech community needs to come together and create their own VPN and just cash in.
Well,
It can't
what
be
do we
that
call
hard.
PVPN.
We call it
Peachy VPN.
yes.
Yes.
The very peachy network.
Very peachy network. Only
Tech
peachy
PN.
URLs.
We called it TPN.
What?
The Tech Private Network.
Oh, I thought for Front Page Tech Toilet Squad, TPN.
Oh, duh. But no. Anyway,
Missed opportunity.
I want to round out this conversation. Is I learned to read contracts closer. When
You don't have Sam. You don't have a lawyer.
No, I don't have.
I like how Sarah and I immediately were like, "What the fuck?"
Wait, you have a lawyer,
Bro,
Sarah?
I can. Do you want me to connect you with mine? Literally,
Sam,
it's just
Sam. Why don't you have a lawyer?
I don't
Yeah.
need a lawyer.
Sam.
Yes, you do. If you're signing
Sam.
contracts, you absolutely do.
No, I'm good.
Sam, listen. Sam,
Famous
listen,
last words.
Yeah, it's
Dude,
super.
you're saying that right after you said clean my
Yeah.
Mac X,
No,
use your face for
I learned
dirt
to
money.
read, and
No,
now
no.
on
But
the new
still,
contract,
you
that
still-
clause wasn't in there.
You still miss things, and lawyers are easy. They just take like 5%, so you don't even have to pay them up front. Just when you get paid, they get
His
paid. And
face.
trust me,
Sam has a problem
Trust
with
me.
money, I think. Is the issue.
trust me, it's worth it. And if you throw
When
a
he
manager on top of it, a manager probably is going to get you more money than the 10% that you pay them.
When Sam found out how much I paid a writer, he lost his goddamn mind. So when you say 5% to a lawyer, that's a no-go for him.
No, that's too much. I'm already giving up 20. I'm already losing
5%,
20% to my agency that does my ads.
20 wait, wait.
Hey, it's editing, John, here. Listen, we said some stuff. Had to edit the stuff out of the show because you can't say that stuff. And this is where the stuff used to be. Okay, back to the show. Sam,
Well, they are
as a friend, you should have a lawyer.
I genuinely don't feel it necessary. I haven't.
No.
I've only been burned one time, and I've learned my lesson.
But a lawyer can help you in more than just contracts. Like a lawyer has saved my ass multiple times. Last year when Samsung tried to sue me,
Yeah, but
What?
You're a little
Hold
more-
on.
we can
Tell
say
me
this
that
story
story.
publicly.
You're
I
kind of
leaked-
ask for trouble sometimes.
I leaked pictures, real pictures of the Samsung Galaxy S22. I made a video about it and I posted it on the website. Their lawyers came after me and said, remove it from the website and take the video down. And first of all, that's a silly thing because multiple websites already covered it and it's all over the internet already. You can't get rid of the pictures.
Yeah.
And so they sent
Did
the
they
cease
come
and desist.
after everyone or just you?
Just me, because I was the source of it. Oh, that was another thing. They also requested that I give up the source, and so they sent a cease and desist. I immediately sent it to my lawyer. They were like, we need a response in 24 hours. Sent it to the lawyer. Lawyer laughed because I live in the U.S., freedom of the press, all that stuff. And so we said, bring it on. Go ahead. Let's go to court. And they were like, okay. thinking that we would get scared when they were like, we're going to court. They thought I would back down. No, I'll go to court and I will do this as long as we have to. I don't give a shit. Try me.
Because that's not the best look for them either.
Yeah, and then they backed out. But lawyers are very helpful.
Yeah.
No, I don't disagree with that.
Also, is this cut out too? This part?
It depends.
John, I'm so sorry about the edit.
It depends, Sarah.
I'll send the rope.
Do you want it cut out?
We
need a safe word.
I was going to say. I'm just not going to say what I was going to say.
Madagascar.
No, now I need to know.
That's the safe word.
I'm already cutting stuff out anyway. Go ahead.
Hey, it's editing, John, here. Listen, we said some stuff. Had to edit the stuff out of the show because you can't say that stuff. And this is where the stuff used to be. Okay, back to the show.
Well,
I'm sorry.
what's a fun note that we can wrap things up with?
I don't think there's any Apple
Sarah,
news. This has been. Can I just say, this has been a great episode. Sarah has returned, and it just feels like we just mesh really well. She's back for the fourth time, and we got really deep. And I think the audience is going to appreciate the conversations we had. I know it wasn't very. We started out with Apple news, to be fair, but I think just hearing some friends chat about life is good because
Sarah,
we're normal people too, man. You know.
Yeah, man. I appreciate you guys. Thanks for having me.
Sarah, I would like to squash our beef publicly on the show. Yeah.
Oh shit! What beef do we have?
Sarah Beefy.
Rhymes with peachy.
Let me just bring up the beef.
I wish I could take that joke back. Future me, remember to edit that out.
No, Sarah Beefy like that.
Oh my god, I'm nervous. Don't do this to me.
Yep, I'm gonna bring this up.
I have to pee so bad, so I'm gonna let you guys.
You're gonna have to stay here. I'm scared.
Monday, September 19th, 12:45 p.m. What size shirt do you wear? No reply.
This is from you.
Saturday, October 22nd.
Hold on. If this is about replying to text,
3:34 p.m.
Remember me talking about how I have anxiety and also my brain is a mess.
What is your new address, G? Trying to send you something. No reply.
She replies to me every time. I'm just saying.
I sent you.
Maybe you're too intimidating.
I sent you a Genius towel. You didn't even say you got it. It was our last one.
Hey. Listen.
And it hurt me.
No. Sam, I actually have an amazing excuse for this. The first time, September 19th. Wait, let me do math. Yeah. I was just deciding that I need to plan a wedding in a month. Okay. Mm-hmm. And then the second time that you texted me, October 22nd, is the day after I got married. So
bad timing, Sam.
I was just MIA.
And she's probably getting so many
attention
texts
to
like
anything.
Congratulations and you know.
No, so don't take that personally. Don't take that personally. I'm already bad with texting back.
This is how I learned that I have ADD.
Is stuff like this?
Yes, stuff like this.
Yeah.
I knew something was up. And so I consulted with the doctor, and the doctor started asking me a series of questions, and I was like, oh my God, is this the answer to everything wrong in my life? They're like, do you have issues with communication? Do you have issues like, do you get hyper-focused on a task and it consumes you and all that other stuff?
And yeah.
And I was terrible. I'm still kind of bad with communication, but I'm saying like the worst. It got me in trouble. It hurt friendships, like with Sam. And
I just don't have a
it's
lot
cool
of
having
friends.
an answer.
Yeah. So thank you, John, because literally, like, that is my life. It's hard for me to just like basic function. And as I was saying that, I kind of just had the realization of like, oh, I planned a wedding in a month because that's the only reason that I would feel the pressure of it. So I would actually do it. If I had a wedding in a year, I would still probably wait like the final month to get everything coordinated. Like that's just how my brain is. And so like texting and messaging, there's already like hundreds of people in my brain that I feel so guilty about that like,
okay,
oh my God, like,
Miss Popular.
No.
I don't even know
not.
5 people.
No. I'm talking about like work stuff. Like literally like, and this just lives in my brain rent free. Like 4 years ago, 5 years ago, I made a video for Adobe where I filmed these artists, and during the shoot, she was like, "Oh my God, I love that shot that you got of me. Can you send me a screenshot of that? I want to post it on Instagram." Never sent it to her. And it has built up so much in my brain over the past 5 years. I could just send her the screenshot, but it's too late now. So I just worry about it in my brain. And I'm worried. I'm like, oh my God, does she hate me because I never sent her that screenshot? So yeah, it's not personal, Sam. I hope the beef is squashed. And I hope me being insane.
Yeah, how is the
being
beef?
crazy. Yeah.
Oh, this is intense now that it's just us. I hear what you're saying, and it just hurt me a little bit that I feel like John would text you and you text back. Andrew Edwards would text you and you text back.
Well, who?
And Andrew Edwards.
Andrew Edwards.
And I feel like
When
we'd be
did
in
he
the same
text
spot,
me?
and you wouldn't reply. You wouldn't reply to me in particular. It just hurt me a little bit.
When was that? You have to be more specific.
It was when we were coming to dinner at WWDC. I asked you, and then
I
you
only
replied
have-
to Andrew right away.
I need to cover up my address. I only have 2.
Bro, it's too late now. You can't send the address now. Oh my God, I already had your address. That's actually funny.
I only had 2 texts from you. When
Okay,
was
now
that
I'm looking-
Andrew Edwards one?
You know what? Maybe that was you know what? I think I lied.
Okay, there you go.
Okay, I'll take that one back. I apologize. But just say I was just worried, Sarah. I was like, maybe we don't have the relationship that I thought we had, where we can text each
there's-
other from time to time. And
What matters the most is these moments right here on the pod, and I will promise to text you back next time.
I was
I
just
only
gonna
text
say,
I only
I
text
was just
John
gonna
back
ask for a
because
better commitment. This is what I did with
guys-
John. I sit people down. I say, I love this person. I love you so much.
Okay,
I wanna,
yes.
I want to have
I
this
will
strong
respond.
relationship. Let's
Yes.
go. That's what we want to hear. Thank you, Sarah.
I have to say though, a clarification though, is you can't base a friendship off of me with if I text you back or not though.
Sam,
That
can
is
I
a
say that
wild
too?
thing.
Sam, can I
That
say
is
that
a
too?
wild. That just does not
But
compute
that's
in my
hey,
mind.
listen, that's
Sam
why,
is a great communicator. You just don't
Yes.
have this. Your brain is just wired not this.
Thank you.
Also,
That is-
I have
I think that is
I
my
have a
strongest
confession.
Okay.
Well, you guys were talking.
Did you? No. He peed in the bottle. He peed in the bottle. 100%.
While you guys were talking,
100%.
while you guys were talking, I not a sponsor. I
John, you have to cut that out. They're literally sponsoring like next month. You can't pee in their
I will
bottle.
blur it out.
You can't pee in their
I
bottle,
peed.
bro.
It's full.
God. John is
Oh.
a liability for this
Listen,
podcast.
dude, I feel
Thank you, Sarah.
I feel so much better. While you guys were talking, that was cool. I was just listening to the conversation and, peeing in a bottle.
All right, Sarah, let's shake.
Is the beef
Hell
squashed?
yeah. All right, beef squashed.
He's crying.
We squashed that bitch. Let's go.
John is literally crying.
I was laughing really hard. When I was doing it, I was
God,
like,
dude.
how am I going to tell them?
Let's end on some Apple news for Christ's sake.
Dude, Sarah, I don't think I love you, Sarah, but I don't think you can come on the show anymore.
Okay,
It's too rowdy.
we need to actually talk about this because this is actually a big deal.
Sarah needs to go to bed. I say you
we're-
say the
we're
thing,
done.
and then we each do a quick 20-second take.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Fire
Sorry,
round.
it-
Speed
I
round, like you do.
hang on. I have to move the ball. It smells like pee over here.
Ew, bro, no.
Don't spill it.
We
This is
all
the last
pee,
big
man.
news of the week that people really like and is crazy. Apple Music Sing.
I
Did you
can't
guys
believe I
see
just
this?
have a bottle of piss.
Wait, why is this playing? Have
I
you
can't
guys
believe
seen
I just
this?
have a bottle of piss while we're doing
Bro,
this.
can you
Makes
play
me
it in my
sad.
Twitter video?
Okay, go ahead.
Look, did you guys see that Apple Music Sing came out where you can now basically make any song a karaoke track?
Did we really think this is that great?
Isn't this just what Spotify has already?
Spotify does not have it. They rolled it out and they took it back, but it's very well integrated. No, dude, this stupid tweet blew up. Like, bro, people
Wow.
love this feature.
Wow.
TikTok blew up. People love this feature. YouTube, people freaking out about this feature. It's a big deal, and no one seems to recognize it.
Why is it a big deal? Tell me why it's a big deal. Sell it to me, Sam. Go right
Being
now.
able
Go.
to turn any song into karaoke? Native?
Who the fuck?
Lots of people, bro. I
You
can
just
just
listen to
pull
the
up
song and
Drake
you're like,
and
wow,
become Drake.
I really wish I could take the words away.
Prosser, can you do something for me? Can you go and hit
God.
a rich front page for me?
Sarah, have you ever just been listening to a song and you're like, man, you know what this song needs? No words.
Sarah, you got to be a karaoke person.
No. I'm
Sam, you're all alone.
I'm adjacent to
I
it,
love singing.
but
What does that?
No.
What does that even mean?
Okay,
like-
use your brain.
like, I
Karaoke
know-
adjacent.
like I know people who do it.
You know people who know people
I know people who are
that would enjoy this.
who are familiar with karaoke culture.
Oh no, we're gonna get taken down.
That's so cool. I just cut out all the lyrics. Bro, I am 21 Savage right now. I'm the boy right now, dude.
The best boy.
You're the best boy.
This is so cool. You guys don't get it. The Spanish community on Twitter was losing their gourd over it. Okay. It's a
What
big
is that
deal.
word? I've never heard
Yeah,
that
okay.
word before.
I believe you.
Like out the gourd. It's like crazy. It's like they're losing their mind.
Yep, I believe you, Sam.
Okay, guys. Well, that was an episode of Genius Bar Podcast.
Thanks for coming. Thanks for listening.
We try to give you anger, we give you rage, we give you laughs, we give you cry.
Give
and
you
we
Is this
certainly
not
don't
the
give
best
you-
tech podcast ever?
Yep. Since it's not about tech.
Oh, it's all the way about tech. That's all we talk
The
about.
Vergecast is the best tech podcast ever.
Is it
Thanks
though?
for having me, guys. It's
I
always
actually
an honor.
Thank you, Sarah, for coming on again.
Yay.
With how this went, you probably won't want to come on again. So this is probably your last time.
I think you say that every time.
I
really
do, which
did.
means it's
Yeah.
eventually going to be true.
One
I
day.
did. I actually thought she was never going to come back after the first one. Unironically.
Because she doesn't reply to
Really?
your texts.
No, because we made her extremely uncomfortable.
The first one was
No.
kind of rowdy. Not gonna
Was
lie.
it?
I think that's where
Well,
we
the
got
first-
Idiot Bar.
The first one, I was also very buzzed. I drank a
Yeah,
whole
you
glass
were taking
of, like,
you were taking
bourbon.
sips of that.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot.
Sarah just
Something.
showed up to our show. No idea what it was, and just showed up.
Yeah.
Drunk.
And
Yeah.
then the second one, you were also blitzed because you forgot.
Oh, I was napping on
You
my
were,
couch
like,
after
on your
dinner
couch,
with
yeah.
John. So literally the first two,
That's how you know she's like an official co-host. If you forget,
Yeah.
that's how you know.
That's pretty funny.
Sam
But-
forgot too, so
Yeah.
Sam
And the
forgot
last
today.
two, I haven't been influenced by anything, and I've been somewhat on time. And
At least we didn't do VR this time.
at least we didn't do VR. That was insane.
That was a special
And-
episode, though. That was a good one.
Yeah.
I'm
was
glad.
really
I'm
fun.
glad we pushed through.
Glad it exists. Never want to do it
Yes.
again, though.
Go back
No.
and watch that episode if you want to just.
Hey, listen.
Oh.
When the Apple VR headset comes out,
We're doing
we're
it.
gonna
We'll do
come
it?
together in the Appleverse and do it again.
Are you
Promise.
agreeing? Are you
Promise you'll be our
agreeing to
first
a
guest
Genius
after
Bar
the
Apple
headset.
VR episode?
Yes.
First
Okay.
guest after the headset?
Yes.
Let's go!
All right. Well, yeah. And we're gonna
So
do
I
it
will-
in the Apple
I'll see you
Metaverse,
in
whatever that is.
2026. Yes.
Okay. No, it's coming next year.
I doubt it. I don't
No,
believe
it
it
is.
anymore.
It is.
How much you gonna
Hopefully.
It's third quarter next year.
I
We'll have
bet.
it.
I bet $10,000 is coming next year.
So wait, let's end the podcast and then I'll say one more thing.
Wait.
Thanks
we
guys
have-
for having me.
Okay. That hit the music, Sam. That's how you have to end it.
Wait, what do you want to plug? What do you want to plug?
Oh, just check out our
And we're
YouTube
out
channel.
of time, guys. Thank you for watching the show.
Go ahead, Sarah. You have the floor. That's Sam. Sarah has the
Just-
floor.
Google Sara Dietschy, or you can find me at youtube.com/Sara Dietschy for videos about tech and creativity. Thank you for having me, John and Sam.
Let's
Yay!
go.
Sarah Dietschy, everybody. Our favorite guest.
Wow.
Pretty much co-host
Take
now.
that, Luke.
Apple track. To the moon.
Right? No. not
Sarah
fuck Apple Track.
Dietschy. To the moon. Front page tech.
I'm
To
retiring.
the moon.